What are we going to do about Eververse, and what are the solutions that Bungie's going to employ? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Nighthawk, and in this video we're going to be talking about exactly that. Now, this isn't stuff that Bungie said that we're going to do. Moreover, this is a set of solutions, 3 solutions in particular, that I think that might help the Eververse situation move forward and the community to come back together. Now, if you did not know, there's been a lot of community backlash for the Eververse system, having the new Dawning engrams in there, having the Illuminated and the Bright engrams, having all of this new cosmetic items just stuffed into her reserves and not have them in all the other things like the Prestige Nightfall, the Prestige Raids. We want these things more and more activities, and it seems like the only place to get them is at Eververse, and a lot of people are upset about this because in Destiny 1, we loved going after these things. We loved doing the Kingsfall raid, trying to get that really I forget the name of it. It was like that weird glowing flaming shader thing. I forgot what it was called, or going for the Crota's Glowhoo shader, or the Kingsfall black and green shader. You had to do these raids, or even probably other shaders for Trials of Osiris or whatnot. There's a whole bunch of ways to do it, but you had to grind these certain events out. You had to go into those activities, and it was very specific for those activities that you have to do those to be able to even get those. And it just seems like in this game, it's just, you gotta pay money because the pool is so large to get anything you want, any exotic sparrow, any exotic ghost and ship. It's just such a hard time, and a lot of people in the community, myself included, have been very disgruntled from this, and we want to see a change. Now, I'm going to be listing 3 solutions that I could think of. I'm sure you guys have more. Let me know what you think of those solutions, and any solutions you have in the comments down below. Let me know. So first off, solution number 1, we take Eververse behind the barn and just beat the out of her and basically remove her from the game. Now, I know this is pretty drastic, and obviously that was just a joke. Pretty much remove Eververse from the game. Make it so all of her loot is in all of the activities, and make it so that Bright engrams, Illuminate engrams, Dawning engrams, any future of those special engrams are completely removed from the game, and just put all the things in the activities. Now, obviously, there's some obvious holes here, obviously, because, you know, what happens when you get XP? When you level up past level 25? What happens then? It was quite an integral part of the game in Destiny 1 where you started getting tons of modes of light. What do we get from these things? Do we still get the Bright engram results? Do we still get modes of light? Do we get some other type of currency? Maybe we'll get a bunch of legendary shards that we can't use. Solution number 2 is a little bit more balanced. Let's say instead of just removing Eververse from the game, let's leave her there and just put all of her stuff, or most of her stuff, in the pools for all the other activities as well. So that's an alternate route of getting them, so you can go through the raid and try to get the raid styled different cosmetic items. You can go through the Nightfall, maybe get some other ones, but Prestige difficulty has better drops. It'll be more towards the exotic variety, or maybe have more drops in there. I'm not sure how they could do it, but it seems like to me that the raid ship and the raid sparrows should be in the raid. You should be able to have to do the raid to get the raid stuff, and it just makes sense that you have to do that. And also, forget the token thing. Like, get these raid tokens stuff out of here. We don't want that. I just wanted to mention that. Perhaps that can be somewhat integrated into Eververse. Maybe she can start offering these stupid tokens. I'm not sure, but we'll have to see moving forward. And if they evoke solution number 2, they'd have to do a lot of different balancing. They'd have to consider what is the best place to put certain items, what is not a good place. They'd have to figure out what they shouldn't put in any pools, whether they should put them in like cage chests or public events, whether it's a good thing to put them there, whether to put them in the Trials of Osiris or the whatever, the Trials of the 9. You have to figure out exactly where you want to put it, if they have some shared crossovers, obviously, and they have to figure all that stuff out. But overall, I would say I'm in favor of having a solution number 2 invoked into Destiny 2. Now, solution number 2 has to do with the currency system. Now, in Destiny 1, the only way you could get these special new emotes or whatever was actually spending silver, which cost real money. Now, there was no other way of getting silver, and in Destiny 2, they allowed you to get silver dust from literally dismantling the things that usually you'd get, that you'd spend silver on, but you could get from just grinding out stuff, getting XP, and getting these Bright engrams and whatnot. Now, solution number 3 involves having more outlet for this silver dust. Perhaps at the end of a Prestige raid, we should get some of these silver dust. Maybe at the end of the Prestige Nightfall, we'll get some silver dust, maybe randomly in a public event chest, maybe at the reward of an end mission. I'm not sure how you could do it. Maybe it could be very, very minimal, like you finish a campaign mission, you get 2 silver dust or something, or Maybe the first time you complete Nightfall, you get a bonus of silver dust. I'm not sure how they should do it, but maybe they should incorporate more silver dust into the currency or into the economy, because at the current moment, it's very, very difficult to get any purchases. Me playing literally every week, getting most of the milestones and most of my characters, I can only really buy like 1 or 2 things every 2 or 3 weeks, and that's really just not okay, because I want those exotic sparrows, those exotic ghosts. I want to get that galaxy ghost. I want to get all those cool little exotic armor pieces or whatever they are. But Eververse is never really a good idea, because you need tons of silver for potentially a future buy. And so those are my 3 solutions. And obviously they're not going to solve everything in the game. Maybe there's a better solution, maybe a solution that involves all of them at the same time. I'm not too sure how they should handle it. I'm not sure how they're gonna try to handle it, but the community as a whole, as Destiny 2, as a Bungie community, is dropping. It is dwindling. A lot of people are being very, very upset. The price of the game, I think, got lowered by like 50% since it came out. The game is not doing well. It's had a lot of bad ratings on it. Now, it can still recover, obviously, because it still has time. It still has a somewhat dedicated community and a lot of people playing. But Bungie really has to get their stuff together before we the hardcore players, and a lot of the other casual players who already purchased the game, are really going to ever come back. And in turn, of course, if they do come back, they're more likely to buy and purchase these cosmetic items. So overall, you need to figure something out. Otherwise, your pockets are not going to be lined for very long. Anyways, that's the video for you guys today. I hope you guys did enjoy it or found it informative. If you have another solution, just say, hey, solution 4, I have this, or 5. And let me know what you think. Obviously, a lot of other people are going to be posting their solution 4s, but I think it would be cool if you just say solution 4 at the beginning of your comment, so I know exactly what you're talking about. And of course, make sure you leave a like down below so that other people can see this and maybe perhaps comment on it and then discuss it in the community and perhaps let Bungie know what we want to see. Anyways, my name is Nighthawk. I hope you guys did enjoy. I hope to see you guys out there on Destiny 2, and I hope to see Bungie make some changes in the future.